Alright, alright. Welcome to the study of the 4 card spread. Before I forget, I want to note that the world, ruled by Saturn, and the Ace of Swords jumped. I'm just noting this before I even turn the cards over. This is about a workplace reading. Your boss, maybe not like high level boss, but like supervisor, the person that you interact with most, that's directly above you. I say you, but like I said, this isn't a collective reading. I think that's just my comfortable way of speaking after years of reading for others. This is a study. This is not a collective reading. This is a study of the 4 card spread. Supervisor. But now, with the Ace of Swords and the World jumping, there's a message there before I even get into the reading of, I was going to say divine superiority, which is very crazy. But there is also like this sense of having reached mastery in terms of leadership. So like, so when we're talking about there's a boss and then there's a person, the querent would be you and your boss, okay? You and your boss. This is not a predictive reading, this is a study. Okay, but in relationship to your boss, you have reached mastery of leadership. You have completed a cycle of Saturn. You have completed a lesson with Saturn in leadership, in honesty, in truth speaking, in clarity. This is a reading about your direct supervisor, but there's a message jumping out that you are maybe even at a higher level of bossness than your supervisor. Definitely at a higher level of bossness than your supervisor. So let's jump in. Alright, so at the bottom of the deck we have the Chariot, the 9 of Cups, and the Ace of Coins. A message is jumping out about like success in reaching the 10 of Pentacles, success in reaching a desired goal, a dream, a wish, financial abundance. We have also, of the 4 cards going across, we have the 2 of Coins, the 4 of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the 9 of Coins. Just without reading into the interplay of the connection of the cards, a message that comes to me is, there's this balancing act. And okay, the first message that came through was this sense of separating yourself and taking a more relaxed role. So a lot of times when we're working with someone, especially we have a higher up, a supervisor, we're trying to do things to prove ourselves, but actually if you take the role, if you were the boss of your boss, you would be way more relaxed. If you were your boss's boss, you would chill. You wouldn't have this frequency of needing to serve your boss. So just keep that in mind. And also keep in mind that because of your understanding of taking responsibility and leadership, there's like an outcome that's guaranteed, like you're on your path to triumph, to reaching your goal, to reaching your dreams. You don't really have to try. You've already done this. So where you are, you're kind of overqualified for what you're doing. Okay, so I think that's the thing. Like when we see the 2 of Pentacles, it's almost like juggling this role of being overqualified and being the leader, but being the follower. And maybe as a follower, You might have to lean into like servant leadership, which is, as the follower, you might find yourself having to take care of the emotions and being nurturing. And I don't mean in a way that drains you. I just mean actually, when we talk about taking care of the emotions of other people, it's basically pausing, waiting, being patient with them. Especially that is confirmed with the Nine of Coins. With the Nine of Coins, it's a relaxed, laid back energy. The Queen of Pentacles is a nurturer. She really does give, she really does care. And I think that, like, when you think of being your boss's boss and leading your boss, we are not talking about you being the one that does all the work and the one that is breaking their back and knows everything and the boss doesn't know anything. It's not really that frequency with the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, especially the Nine of Cups and the Chariot card, and also the Four of Wands. It's more like secretly celebrate that you made it. Secretly celebrate that you are the CEO. And outwardly embody that earth sign energy of calm and patience and knowledge that the seed will take root and it will grow and that everything will be okay. Embody that knowledge or that faith and that trust in the cycle of nature. And also, take a step back, relax. Constantly think about how a CEO comes when they come to visit a plant or their establishment. Like, they're not always there where operations are taking place, and they're kind of like on a freaking tour, right? And everybody else is nervous and everything. Well, you're not really trying to make people nervous, but you are taking that kind of observatory role, like observe. That's a big one. Observe the moment. Be present when you're working with your supervisor and observe. I don't know if we think like that the Queen of Pentacles has reached a higher level of success than the Nine of Pentacles. But the Nine of Pentacles is that independence and that space where you're really wealthy. You don't have to take care of anybody. I think, when you are in a different role, you have to take care of people, you have to look after people. I definitely see you doing that with your boss, and then I see you reaching the level of CEO. So I'm kind of seeing like the Queen of Pentacles as more of a supervisor and the Nine of Pentacles as CEO. So the Nine of Pentacles is like the ultimate outcome. The Queen of Pentacles might be the advice. The Four of Wands might be the secret advice. And the Two of Pentacles might be like the situation where it's like you are your boss's boss and you're having to like kind of figure out how to like navigate that. Well, the advice is like celebrate the Ace of Swords and the World, or that you've completed a cycle and that you have complete clarity in situations, that you know how to take responsibility, and that ability to take responsibility is what gives you authority, that you have a natural authority. Secretly, quietly celebrate that. Nurture your supervisor and boss by being patient and calm and waiting. Being patient, I think, is a big one. Having trust and having faith. We've got the red and the green with the Queen of Pentacles. The red is going to be your faith and trust that things are going to work out. The green is the loving, nurturing energy. I'm not saying break your back. It's mostly going to be observation. You see how she's looking at the one pentacle. And the outcome is that level of just being able to relax. If you can master the Queen of Pentacles with your supervisor, you're going to be in that place of relaxation. I think what happens is people trust you. You don't have to convince them. You don't have to do things for them. You don't have to nurture them. When you speak, people trust you. And so you're going to, by being patient, by being, by observing, by having faith, being loving, you're going to win the trust of the people that are supposed to be above you, but you are higher than in your authority. You're going to teach them your authority with this behavior. And then in the end, it's just going to be your word is bond. Is that how it goes? Is it bond? I think it feels like bond. My word is bond, right? That's that.